everybody. Welcome to the ToV Backstage, and actually, it is going to be for you, not only the paying audience, the backers, but all of you out there via YouTube, or if you're watching this via for free on Patreon. This is going to be for a free backstage, because of the celebration of the 10-year anniversary of the Tales of Valhalla YouTube channel. Wow. And I'm Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla, and this is my buddy Sean Gallagher, who has voiced a few characters within the series, notably Drake Alexander, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you doing? That's when the Hero Escape universe. Yeah, we totally butcher the character, because satire. We've had a very fun 10 years, actually 10 plus years. Working on this, so we're gonna reminisce a little bit tonight on that. But before we get started with the stream, we're just gonna haw and hem and see who might hop on with us on this backstage. I'm not sure. And Sean, are you just gonna have audio, or are you gonna do video too?
I'm gonna do video in just a minute.
Okay. Didn't mean to be so forward, but
no, I like to hide.
I like that Knight logo, with the shield, and it's got the feather on the top.
That is so me.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second. I'm actually really trying to look up Tales of Valhalla. However, there's something that I'm looking at way different. Hang on a second.
Yeah, there's actually a few kinds of stuff out there, but it's usually you have ToV, which actually there's a ToV podcast, but it's like the ToV podcast, like not acronym, actual word, which is a Jewish type podcast on I think Torah and something. And then you have Tales of Valhalla, which I think is actually
Viking.
It's like Norse mythology. I think there's actually a Tales of Valhalla video game out there somewhere. I don't think it's any good, but either A, people have taken my name
And tried to run with it.
or they've already used the name and I've just taken their name.
You rip-off artist. You bamboozler. What's up, Oreo? Come here, boy.
I thought Tales of Valhalla was pretty darn original. I mean, I was gonna call it at one point maybe like stories or legends or something, but I'm like, people that use that, but nobody has used Tales much. Oh yeah, that's not a kitten anymore.
No, he's a full-grown little
these
guy.
used to be like so tiny, like on your shoulder. Now they're like, baby.
Oh, he's a big one. He's like a full 35, 40-pound cat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, believe me when I say, come here, boy. Look at his head as opposed to mine.
Yeah.
It's like maybe a quarter the size of mine.
There's the other one. Can crawling
And
down
she's the skinny one. She's like 10 pounds.
I mean, our cats are
Get your eyes off your sister.
Kind of big, but not that big.
Yeah, we're not doing that today. Get your eyes off your sister. I'm watching you.
Well, if you gotta thwack a cat, during stream, that's fine.
I am not showing kitty porn tonight.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, if you want to hit your cat from doing that, then stop.
All right.
Stop.
You can stay up here. This is my other little one.
Yep.
See,
look at the
she
color.
tiny.
Look at the color. Ooh, so pretty.
You want to say hi?
Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, she's smaller. What, Mama? Don't pay him any mind, okay? All right, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. Let's focus.
Mm-hmm. What are we focusing on? Yeah, oh yes, 10 years. 10 years. Well, what can one say? I got the job done, and by the way, for this backstage, if we shoot the shit, this is not meant for children. Even though this backstage is free, we do speak a little bit more adult than the regular family-oriented content. Just so you all know, there could be swearing or adult stuff happening.
And just for the record, when we did TOV, I really wish we would do a behind the scenes of all our mess ups.
There's
hour
so
I did
much
a takeoff of your mom jokes.
Yeah, there's audios and stuff. Yeah. The audios I'll never see the light of day because, well, not because I couldn't post them or bring them out. I just don't have time to go through all that. You're talking about hours and hours of audios. It's not just you, Shawn. It's other.
Oh
people.
Yeah. No, I mean, actually, I will bet you probably have enough material. You could recycle some of the things that you did. We could throw voiceovers of.
I already have.
Where it's serious and then all of a sudden break out with your mother joke. It's not what your mom said last night.
I already have done that for like season 2 to season 3. There's some audios that I don't have or missed, and it's and I go back to season 1, or even like some of these like some of the character intro shorts. I had to go back to season 2 or season 3 to grab something. And also there was a point in time to where a few voice actors, I just had them say a script of just totally random lines that I might interject somewhere where I felt the need to be just like, oh no, what's that? Or just like fight sounds like just something to that aspect, because it's like you need that type of stuff too. You just don't need scripted lines. It shouldn't be sounding scripted. You need it to be as lifelike as possible. If you sound like you're reading from a script, then it's really tough. And I understand, working with volunteers who aren't voice actors and being coached by someone who's never coached voice actors or been a voice actor themselves. Yeah, I understand. You got to, it's like suspension of disbelief has to happen a little bit in the thing, because some of the voices are going to sound robotic. But if they sound robotic, then you just put the voice into a person that's a robot and problem solved. So you learn to find ways to mold the voices with certain characters, and I mean that's why I did like script reads for people before like this channel even started, like years before the channel even started, just to see what person, what voice and character personality would fit with each character. I mean, that's why I like the Airborne Elite, Toothpick Gimp, Henderson, and of course Lieutenant Dan. Like I didn't know. Well, I knew one person was going to be Toothpick, and that was Tyler Fine, and he was that's Tyler to a T. That character, Tyler is that character. No one else can play that character but Tyler, because that's his personality. So I wrote personalities of some of the characters, but I mean, as far as the rest, I thought actually I might end up playing Gimp when we were going through the voice lines, because I knew I didn't have a huge selection of voice actors to choose from, so I thought I would probably be voicing one of the main characters. But I'm humble enough to understand if someone else fits in that part. I don't have to have that limelight. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, because then I have to rely on 4 people for the voices. But all 4 people who ended up signing up for those 4 characters did masterfully well. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that you mentioned a minute ago how the voices sometimes sound robotic and not natural, and how you record it like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a prime example. You have bought the video game, and you just haven't played it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these conversations that they take place in that video game, Metro Exodus.
Yeah, you can say it. Go ahead. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but there's interaction that takes place between the soldiers on a train. And oh my word, does it sound so discombobulated? It sounds so mechanic.
Just for now, the question about that game is, does it have like the settings in different languages, or is it all just English and you just use subtitles if you're playing it in a different language?
You know what? I've always just plugged and played. I mean, I know it's English, obviously.
Right.
I don't know if it has any other language abilities. Probably Spanish, maybe some Chinese. I don't know. I think the actual creator for the game is from Russia.
Okay, because it wouldn't surprise me if that was voiced in original Russian, and then you had maybe other like English-speaking voice actors to re-speak the roles, and the same with different languages. It depends on how just big the game is. A lot of the times they don't have that; they just use subtitles. In place of whatever the main language is being spoken.
Supposedly, the people who speak English are actual Russian voice actors.
Yeah, they sound like it. So.
But the problem with the game is that the way that they're talking, even I sit back and I'm like, who the hell ever talks like this? You know, the fake, and it's like you're about 3 days late and $1 short because their editing is off.
Right. Well, yeah, and sometimes, I mean, you need that stuff in there to make the environment, more animated. But there is a thing of overdoing it or putting it in the wrong place. You have to make sure you have it, set up right, or you just you as someone who's watching it and experiencing it, you lose some of that experience and you get taken out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my advice to you is if you just want to play it, by all means, play it, kill everybody. You'll get through. You'll know exactly where I'm talking about. And then you'll see the ending. And if you die, well, guess what? That's the bad ending. But if you go through and knock everybody out, you're still going to get a similar ending, except now you have enough people on your train that will give you the blood fusion to keep you alive. Mm-hmm. It's weird, but it's a good game.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I mean, it's very story rich. It's just it's very adult. Kids don't play it. It's kind of like what Gears of War was. A bit to where it's like you wouldn't want any like kids to play that especially like the first one. The first one is like, whew.
What's funny is I play games with a lot of kids, man, and they're all about Gears of War and all these other things. I'm like,
well, that's their parents' fault. And I'm sorry, this is backstage. I can say this type of thing, because I mean, I'm the parent of a 6-year-old. You're the parent of a teenager, and I'm sorry. I've played enough of this stuff to know kids shouldn't be anywhere near this stuff. So I mean, until they're mature enough, and my son especially. I mean, your kids, and if you don't know your kids, that's a problem. Get to know your kids and get to know what they should or shouldn't be watching, because it is protecting them. Minds are young; they're developing all the time. And if for a young developed mind, if they get exposed to things too soon, you can do serious mental damage to a young child.
Well, and then you get the weirdos out there that play the games with kids,
anyway,
like
hi, Jeremy.
Yours truly. It's like I know a couple of the guys that I talked to. I met these guys when they were like a couple of them 12 and 13. Most of the ones that I met that were minors were like 15. Mm-hmm. And now those minors, they're like 20, 21. And
minors, not minors.
Minors, darling, minors. No, but I did have one mother, which made me so happy. Mm-hmm. I was talking to this young kid. In fact, I think he was even somewhere around 7 or 8. It made me feel good that mom got involved. Who are you? And you're playing with kids? And I'm like trying to explain to her, I'm actually into the gaming world due to the fact that I have a daughter. And my daughter, she is, yes, playing games. She's not here with me today, but she plays this game. She plays Roblox. She plays all these other things. I'm glad to see parents interact, but it's disturbing to the volume. Not only do the parents not interact, the parents don't ask any questions.
Exactly.
And it's just kind of like some of these kids, man. I met one kid who, not because he modified the game, but due to other things, he was a hacker. And ultimately, the best part is it
you learn a skill.
Oh, yeah. But he blew his computer up. I mean, the thing went up in smoke.
There you go.
I was on the phone with him. And he's like, dude, my computer just went up in smoke.
Dude.
Well, guess what?
I just lost a Dell,
Oh, he built his own PC, and I mean, it was supposed to be good, but It wasn't good enough for what he was doing.
Interesting. Yeah, well, that's computers, you know. How you doing, Jeremy? You're kind of sitting silent.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's here.
I don't want to.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Well, if I talk too much, throw me into the oven and just tell me that it's great for the future, yeah?
Yeah, we're just old men talking here, you know, 40 plus years old here, and it's like, you know, old man hour. All we need now is a beer and I don't know, beer and what, Sean? What do
Club soda for me?
Okay, there you go. Well, yeah.
I'll be honest, it's kind of scary when I'm closer to the reign of Adolf Hitler than I am my own birth.
Oh, good grief. Yeah. Yep.
When you look at it like that, it's like, oh shit, wow.
Actually, now that I think about it, let's see here, 42, 52, 62, 72, 82. Shit.
Yeah. Reality sinks in. It's harsh, isn't it?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's the same thing for me. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, this is the backstage, so you know we can swear, but we need to sign off and start streaming. So with that, we will have backstage again for all of you. It's for free. It's for free this time because 10-year anniversary. We're celebrating, giving a gift to y'all for free. Again, we swear on these backstages. It is not for kids, like we were just talking about. Some things are not meant for kids, and this is one of them. So you've been warned. But we're gonna get to streaming, celebrating this 10 years of Tales of Valhalla YouTube channel, and we'll see all of you on the flip side. Okay, we're starting recording for the ToV Backstage post show for the for the 10-year anniversary stream that we just did during the Super Bowl, because yes, that's apparently a thing. Why would people watch the Super Bowl when this was on air? I have no idea. Why. You know, I have no idea. And I know, Sean, you got to sign off. But anything you want to say, Sean? Like, because now the adults can be in the room and we can say whatever the heck we want, you know, or whatever the f we want.
Not surprisingly, I'm going to keep this safe for work. So, okay. Look, guys, look, we all work pretty hard at what we do. I got my own Twitch channel. It's nuts. I mean, und in a German accent, I always talk about throwing people into the oven. Yeah, would you like to be next? Would you?
Okay, I think it's a little too soon, Sean. It's a little too soon. Thank God this is a backstage.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Alrighty, guys. With that, I just want to sign off and say, look for Sparrock. Sparrock 1844. If not, it's Sparrock over on YouTube and Sparrock on Twitch. So with that, guys, y'all be good or good at it.
All right, later,
Peace.
Sean. You have a good night.
Later, guys.
All right, and then Jeremy, anything you want to say to just cover a few minutes before we sign off, because you do have a few minutes, I think, before you gotta go to work.
Yeah, no, I bed and all that stuff. The good news is I don't have a trip tomorrow, so I'm not like rushed, but it's also like habits and all that.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's good. Oh, I mean, I guess it's technically backstage. I'll probably do a later announcement because it happened pretty recently. But I told you, but did I make mention about the convention that I'm going to be demoing at? Can't remember at any point.
I don't think you've done it on streaming, but you can talk about it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because it literally just like
it's going to be happening during like Renegade Con time, isn't it? Or is it going to be on that weekend?
Yeah, it's. Yep. So the convention happens exact same time. So because I wanted to, I was like, I want to demo HeroScape to all these locations and try to get the word out there. So I was like, hey, what if I did Renegade Con live at the con? Like there for the con attendees to come and check it out. And I messaged Jordan and I talked to him about it. And so we actually have something set up.
Oh, cool.
At this convention. I'm going to be doing a presentation of Renegade Con live while I'm there. And as a special bonus. Yeah. sorry. I drank it. No, you're
choked
good.
On my drink. Go ahead.
He's so excited.
I'm so excited.
No, I really am. But as a special bonus, I asked if there's anything I could do, like special showcasing, anything like that, especially because we have pre-orders coming up and everything. And Jordan goes and decides to send me 3 pre-painted battle boxes.
Oh wow!
so I can give away at the convention.
Oh, nice.
So while I demo, while I talk about Boiling Tension, all the new stuff coming out, I'm going to be able to give away actual HeroScape, and I'm like, I get to be one of those dudes, so I'm super excited.
So you gotta think who's nicest to you then, you know, you gotta who's gonna be nicest to me here, who's gonna really kiss my ass, you know.
Oh no. The funniest part though was like I mentioned to a couple friends, it was like, yeah, no, they're sending me HeroScape, and they're like, can I have it? And I'm like, homies, like that's not that, like they are sending it to me so I can give it away as a prize. No, I'm not gonna give this to my friend, you know, like I'm like, guys, you're gonna get me in so much trouble. But no, it's actually really cool that they're doing that. So I'm basically going to be doing a lot of demoing this upcoming, like as any big large events that I can get myself into. I'm gonna try to demo HeroScape. I got the one coming up, and then I actually got invited to a convention in June to demo HeroScape. So
oh wow, like,
yeah,
which one is that?
The guy, it's called LibertyCon.
Okay.
They do a big old thing in so this is all local to my town, to the city, and because the city's not that tiny, it's actually pretty big, like a little bit further downtown.
It is big. I know. I just drove through there like a couple months ago. My goodness.
And that I don't realize it because I'm localized to my little apartment. You know what I mean? Like I don't think about how large my city really is. But then, you know, they'll post these events up, and I'll go travel to these events, and I'm like, oh Lord, these are big. So I was like, well, now it's a good opportunity to sell HeroScape, get some word out there. So yeah, no, that's my big hype moment coming up, my future moment, because we were talking, you know, and so I was like super excited. I want to be like talking about Tales down there, talking about all that kind of stuff. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, and
get the word out there.
I mean, and we I mean, for those of you who don't know, I mean, I know some content creators like receive stuff, you know, for free in the mail from Renegade. I don't get that. I purchase my own stuff. I think it has to do something to do with the affiliate program, and I don't do the affiliate program.
I think the way I understand, so
yeah,
Lee does. She's in charge. She's basically like 24/7 HeroScape. Like
for sure.
Bless her heart, she's working. She does so many different things, so many different tasks, right? And as far as I understand how it works, like she either like I don't know if she's the one directly doing it, but she grabs a handful of influencers, so like people that have channels who are
so she gives it to them. Okay.
And I don't know the process exactly, because I think it's like something they're doing to kind of market stuff. They want to get Rising Tide out there as much as possible.
Right.
So they're going for those channels that are heavy video game review kind of or game review kind of style, where they're like, you know, opening boxes and all that kind of
stuff. Right, when they're actually playing. Like, I usually don't do that. I mean, I do some skirmishes, but they're more gameplay heavy central channels, so like Sir HeroScape and Hexala and such, you know.
And what I've been telling people is, like, if they want to get it, it's like if you're able to present content and you're showing off the miniatures, you're talking about the game, you're playing the game on screen. Lee watches those. She's already said it before, and she's made it confident multiple times. She does go out of her way to watch people's work, and if you put the effort, she will contact you, and you can help represent the game. So, you know, options are out there.
I must not be favorite then. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, that's not how that. No.
I'm just
Brett. I'm like, hold on.
I feel so alone, but no, I do buy my stuff. So the next wave coming out, I that everybody's shipping to, I should be getting mine tomorrow morning, actually.
Heck yeah.
I was doing some skirmishes like last Wednesday and today, and earlier during the day, to where, I mean, I was using C3V Classic and AOA stuff, and Dorm with Axe Grinders are a lot of fun. I'll just put it that way.
Dorm, I love how I could just like, I'm working on painting them right now, but Dorm took the 4.0 in EscapeCon 2023, if I remember. So.
Yeah, it's a very good dwarf with the dwarves, you know. Right. It's another great. So I'm gonna have to probably get, like, I'll have to 3D print and paint more dwarves probably sometime down the line, you know. And it would be great to actually get more dwarves, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be Axe Grinders, but maybe another type of common squad type thing that's similar. That would be fun. Come on, Lee, you should be watching this. You do back me, actually. She does actually back me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's so nice of her to do that. I mean, it's
that really,
it's a little bit, but I mean, I know. I mean, and we've interviewed her on ToV podcast and such.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, she really does believe, and what's surprised, I mean, because personally, I try to go through and I try and find. Or look up other HeroScape content related YouTube channels as well and view them as much as I possibly can. But I'm pretty sure she does more. But I try to do a lot of that because I want to support other content creators. I want to give them shout outs on podcasts when I can. I want to invite them on the podcast as well for any who want to. And develop relationships in that way as well, because the podcast isn't about Tales of Valhalla. It's about the community and getting the community on board and hearing their opinions. So that's just a fun little thing that I'd never thought that would happen like 10 years ago. That'd just be perfectly nice. We are both anniversary part.
We're both in the soup now. So
it's absolutely insane. It really is. But again,
I mean, we didn't even think the game was coming back, man. Like,
I'm getting this guy primed. So cool. Yeah, I'm getting
Iron Lich.
Finally getting him primed. Finally have time to prime.
I used my
Wraith
because I've been all my characters are primed right now. I got like a dark gray, light gray combo because the game store owner, he told me to do like a contrast between the two.
And here's
I have two shades on mine.
This is a fourth mask that I have half painted. I actually started painting that like early last year, and I still have to finish it.
Dude, I do have to show you. I painted this Killian camera.
Oh, yeah.
I painted this Killian.
Oh, not bad.
I'm so proud of it. Yeah, it took me 4 hours, but like this small miniature.
Sure,
that was like time. The parts that were getting me was like his belts. He has so many belts.
He does
have so many belts.
He does have a lot of stuff. No,
but it's cool. It looks really cool.
I think one of the best that I've painted so far, and it was one of my first, is a Samuel Brown. And what I actually did is I literally put a coat of primer on a fourth mass. The fourth mass mold, and then just repaint it over the thing, and it looks good. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's awesome. I've always wanted it. I can't commit a fourth mass member right now.
I know it's tough for me. That's why
it's hard.
That's why I'm painting more of these. You know,
I gotta try to find like a incomplete set so it's easier for me to give them up versus because it's like no, but they're really good as a squad. I don't want to paint one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so.
I mean, I have a few, so I could do, and actually one where I have an extra, so I can do without one. And plus, I feel like painting a Samuel Brown is almost like breaking yourself into the painting realm of painting HeroScape stuff.
Because it's literally just paint. You just change the color of the coat. Dude.
Yeah, and it's one that you essentially need to do because there are no Samuel Browns out there. You literally have to take one of the fourth mass and paint it yourself in order to create a Samuel Brown.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of a rite of passage almost for painting, and thank goodness I did a fairly good job of that.
Right.
Yeah. So dude, I mean, I know it's like you started streaming last Saturday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch all of it because I was actually watching my wife sing for a choir because she and my son were in Columbia. And I mean, talk about like putting forth an effort in something. Her voice, she got a voice coach to develop her voice. And so over like the last like 4 to 6 months, she's been practicing and practicing and practicing usually during the evening times. And she's gotten better and better and better. And it's unfortunate when they were flying out to Columbia a few weeks back, that's when I started getting the flu. And so I was trying to stay separate from them, but at the same time driving them up to the Cincinnati airport where I needed to drive them to and drop them off, all the while having fever. I don't know, maybe about 100 plus fever, and sick, and then driving back home and then just suffering the rest of the week, praying that they don't get sick from me being sick. And they didn't, thank goodness. They ended up actually getting sick, but it was over something else. And they ended up being okay. It was just a day or two issue. So they did not get what I got. And now hopefully it should have run through me. I've cleaned up the house enough to where they shouldn't get what I got. But my goodness, that was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. But yeah, my goodness, man. I hope that, you know, I mean, we just keep on developing more and more stuff. I want to get busy. Trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to make this my livelihood, but income requires me. I can only do so much for so little. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens in the future. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, because what I've been telling people, because obviously the way the NDA works, I can't talk about what's not public. But
right.
Lee has mentioned Heroescape plans all the way up to 2027. She has posted that in Discord. So I will go ahead and say I'm part of that. So yeah, expect plans for the next 3 years.
I hope so, because I mean, and no,
we got a lot, yeah.
Nobody offering me anything or anything is not or not. Whether I got ignored or not is not stopping me from doing the whatever content I want to do. I mean, it's mostly like, I mean, spending time on the job that I need to work on, and also my family, because I do have a young son. I do have a marriage. I do have a house to upkeep. Yeah, I mean, I can only do so much, but I love doing it. I mean, it's where my heart's. You know this, Jeremy. I mean, it's just where I love doing this type of storytelling, and for as long as I'm breathing, I like to do as much as I can. So it's like whenever I kick the bucket, it'd be like people can say, "Well, damn, he didn't. You know, he made these things for people to watch and enjoy for a long time to come." You know, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hope when I'm gone, you put in a good word for me, you know, like for anybody who might be talking about me afterward. I'm serious though. I really am serious about that, because I almost feel like I've, I mean, my surgery, like it's been like 3+ years now since that surgery.
Wow, it has.
Yeah, it has. And so now, I mean, for those who don't know, I have permanent ostomy. It's a part of life. And it does limit me on some things that I can do, whether it be personally, professionally. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. There's no doubt about that. It's harder to like be on your knees animating. It's harder to stay up late because, and it's not just like that I'm 42. It's also that my body's it's taken a toll on my body going through this illness, trying to, you know, keep alive through this illness, and then the multiple surgeries I've had. It does wear you down. It definitely does wear you down. So a lot of what I pray for is just keeping the energy up, keeping the motivation up in order to do the things that I want to do via this. But I mean, not just that, but just with my family too, like family goals, like personal goals as well. So it's a struggle, and some people have it way worse than me. No doubt. I'm in a pretty, you know, good spot at the moment. But you never know when it's going to fall apart. I mean, it's just like it's just crazy. So well, we'll see. I'm still going to run to where it's like even if I'm dead, I'm going to damn well leave skid marks, you know, at the end of it. But Jeremy, before we sign off, what are your goals for this year? If you don't mind me asking, what are you thinking?
This year? Shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. I got stuff on the way, so definitely want to try to push that out. I mean, not that I'm biased or anything, but it would be cool to see the stuff that I work on get on shelves, get sold, get out there,
dude,
start seeing pictures.
Isn't that going to be
kind of
so awesome?
It's gonna, like, all of it's gonna be insane. I've actually been trying to figure out how do other game developers do this kind of stuff, like act normal, because I'm so bad at it.
Oh, we so nerd out. We nerd out all the time.
Dude,
we're freaking nerds.
What am I supposed to do? How do I act like a normal person with the knowledge that I am effectively contributing to the canon of Heroescape? I can't. I don't know how to do that. So essentially, my plans are to market this game as absolutely as much as possible. I want to put it out there. I really do want to help it succeed. my long-term goal, and this is more personal to me, and not obviously, I obviously knock on wood, right? But it would be really cool to be involved with HeroScape long enough to see it last longer than its original product line. I would love to be able to help keep this going longer than 6 years.
Well, okay, it was 6 years was the original product line.
6 years was the original product line.
We could do it. We just got to make sure it's done well.
I can't make promises.
Yeah, we can't make promises.
I can't make promises, and I have no power saying what could happen 4 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, even. But I can tell you, we are planning for we've got plans for 3 years. So,
well, I don't know about anything.
We're already halfway there.
But for the stop motion side of things, I can go on for the rest of my life, making up my own shit. So, it's like
if my goal. Well, yeah.
I'm good to go for that. It doesn't matter if like HeroScape crashes and burns. I'm like, this channel's still going to be running.
Second time, yeah.
Yeah, right. we're it's like, come on, second wave. All right, here we go. Let's box those seasons out then. Oh yeah, I'm good to go.
Let's go
with that. All right, so with that, let's close this backstage again. This is actually going to be a freebie for people. So for all of you out there like watching, appreciating those views, and if you want to watch more backstages, like become a member or become a supporter on Patreon. It's costs as little as like $1 a month to enjoy these backstages, which we usually do for TV podcasts or specials like this. So with that, I do thank everybody for watching. Thank you for all your support, whether it's the likes. It's the financial, it's the memberships, it's the views, it's the watch time. For these past 10 years, I appreciate everything that everybody has given to this, past or present. So thank you all for making ToV Live and ToV Backstage possible.